Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, what makes Excel unique is that we can create calculations in any cell or any set of cells. So, for example, if we place our cursor inside of this one cell, we can then calculate based on the values that we place in there. Now, when we're calculating, we're really just using one form of an actual formula. So, for example, if we click this button and we insert a function, we can do is we will then write in the function that we're going to be using. In this particular case, maybe we want to use all of the functions, and maybe we want to then look for the sum. And you'll notice then that our address bar then has an equal sign in there. And basically then we'll need to then define the numbers where we want to calculate the sum. And then click OK. You'll notice then that we will sum this whole number from E4 to E16. So the calculations you'll be doing will be based on the values that are in the cell, and you can do any calculation in any cell with either numbers and or values. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, Microsoft Excel will allow the manual creation of formulas inside of any cell. So for example, if we place our cursor in any cell, we can start the creation of any calculation or formula by starting with the equal sign. Once we have that equal sign, we can type in any number. We can then type in the symbol for the action. So in this particular case, for multiplication, we would use the asterisk. We can then type in another number, and then we can click enter, and you'll notice then that we have the value for that information. What we can also do is we can take one of those numbers and we can multiply it by the value in a cell. So for example, what we're going to do to edit this cell is we're going to go to the address bar, we're going to delete the number, and instead we're going to take our cursor and click on a specific cell. So now we have the number 9, the asterisk sign for multiplication, and then we're going to be multiplying by the value in this cell. And you'll notice then that the value goes up. What we can do then is we can change the value in that cell so that we change the total value. So for example, if we went to this cell and we change the value, you'll notice then that the value of this number changes because we changed the value in this cell. Now again, this is all due to a manual formula that we created. Of course, we can change this from multiplication to addition, and all we need to do is to change this symbol, and the value will change. We can also do more complex equations. So for example, what we can do with this equation is we can put it in parentheses just as we would in a typical order of operations case. We can then take the whole product and then multiply that by the value in a particular cell by clicking on the cell. We then click this button, and then you'll see a different value come up here. We can then change the value again by taking out this number in this case, and then changing that to a value that we have in our sheet. We then click enter, and the value changes again. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, when you have multiple areas of data, you're going to want to set up your print job so that it works for those to whom you are presenting the information to. What you can do is you can go to the File command, you can then go and click Print. And what you're going to notice is that there is a link at the bottom for the page setup. And so one of the things you're going to want to do is to determine how you want to print your data. Now, you're going to see a sample of how the data is going to be printed, and you're going to be able to determine first the orientation. So if you want to use landscape, you'll see how landscape view is going to look with your data. You're then going to be able to set your margins, and those margins will determine how your data sits on your page. If you want to place headers and footers, you'll be able to write that information inside of the page setup, and routinely you will be entering some kind of header or footer. You'll also be able to determine how a particular sheet is going to be printed. And as we went over in the page layout, we can also determine grid lines and headings, as well as a particular print area when we want to only print a certain level of data. So for example, again, if we only want to print this one area, what we want to do is we want to go and highlight that area and then click Set Print Area. First, we're going to clear the print area of any other jobs, and then we're going to set the print area for the information that we have here. And then when we go back to our print, you're going to notice that all of this information is here. We can then come back and then center this information horizontally. We can center it vertically. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click OK. And then you'll see that our data is then going to be centered on our page. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now also in your print area, you're also going to have some separate print settings. And these are going to be pretty important because you're typically going to be turning your Excel document into a PDF file. And so because of that, you're going to be delivering this to someone digitally, and you want it to make sense to them, and you can control that by controlling your print settings. So for example, one of the things you can do is you can decide whether or not you're going to print the entire workbook, or whether or not you're going to print your active sheet, or you're only going to print a certain selection. You can also ignore the print area that you set up when you do your printing. So you have those options available to you when you print your Excel document. You can decide that each document and worksheet will have its own numbering system, or you can have it printed so that it's uncollated. Now again, you can determine what the orientation is going to be when you print it. For example, if you want to print on landscape mode, you can do that. If you want to keep the portrait mode, you can do that also. And then you can redetermine the margins and the scaling in this area. And you can do that so that all of the columns are going to fit on one page, or all the rows are going to fit on one page, or you're going to fit the entire document so that people can see it all on one page. So again, these are going to be important factors when you determine how you're going to have your file digitized. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.